Why, hello everyone. Welcome back to TTP Sports. Welcome back to the place where the Phillies get swept by the Texas Rangers to start the year. Oh my god, I just want to win. I just want a one win. That's all I want. I want to feel happy. I want to feel happy. I don't want to feel pain. I don't want to feel heartbreak. Even though I saw competitive baseball in this game, way more competitive than the first two, I just want to feel happy. Man, like, I'm frustrated. I'm annoyed. I'm everything. I'm not gonna be that idiot that's saying the freaking season's over already. I'm sure there's some of those idiots out there already that are claiming the season is over. This is just, they'll be fine and all that stuff. I'm just gonna get the anger out already. But it's just, man, I want to win. I would like to win. Give me a win on the score sheet, please. Give me a win on the record. I don't want to start the season off 0-3 getting swept by the Texas Rangers. Why can't the Phillies beat this team for some reason? I have no idea. I have no clue why the Phillies cannot beat the Texas Rangers. For some reason, this team is the new Miami Marlins. They're our new Achilles heel. Thank God they don't play Texas the rest of the way. My God, get me the hell out of Texas. Get me the hell out of that goddamn state. For some reason, the Phillies are just, zapped of all of their powers when they go down there. Bring me up back north. Back up the East Coast to New York and the Bronx. And as I'm saying that, I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, if we got swept by the Texas Rangers, think about how difficult it's going to be when we're going to New York in a more hostile environment in Yankee Stadium to play the goddamn Yankees. Honestly, is it possible that going into the home opener this upcoming Thursday that the Phillies could possibly be maybe 1-5 when they're doing the entire, NL Championship stuff the entire weekend? They do the banner raising one day, they do the ring ceremony one day. Could they be like a few games below 500 by the time that home opener happens and they do all that stuff? Like, are they 1-5 coming back to Philadelphia? Are they 2-4 coming back to Philadelphia? Granted, I just said that they probably going 2-4 basically means that you got to win a series in New York, which is going to be difficult regardless. Because it's the goddamn Yankees, it's Yankee Stadium, it's New York, it's way more hostile than Texas and Globe Life Park. My God, I hate Globe Life Park. I don't know why, I just hate it because for some reason my goddamn baseball team can't win there. It doesn't make any sense. Kyle Schwarber had a home run that should have went into the goddamn farms, the farm fields out in Texas, but for some reason it died. The stupid dimensions in that ballpark, the stupid way it looks like an airplane hangar. My goodness, I hate everything about Texas. I hate everything about Globe Life Park. I had to get that mini rant out of there because I don't know why they can't beat this team. I just don't know why. I don't know why. I see someone in the comments saying that we should be worried. I don't think panic should not be, like, concern right now, yeah, because if you're thinking about just being concerned, like, maybe should have we expected this just because you're coming off of a very shortened offseason because you went through that World Series push basically for the first time for a lot of these players on this team. So could that be for a reason why you're starting out so slow? It's just a weird thing right now. They're going through the motions right now. This is the first time a lot of these guys have been experiencing that short type of offseason. So maybe should we have expected that? That is one of the questions that we're going to ask. But oh my goodness, freaking sports talk radio is going to be dreadful this entire week, especially I would assume WIP. At least for 97.5, they could be a little bit more clear-headed. But the callers and all that stuff, I am going to be dreading sports talk radio this week, listening to it, even if I do choose to listen to it over the course of the week. Because, my God, it's going to be unbearable. It's going to be unbearable. It's going to be so unbearable. It really is. But seriously. You can't even blame the pitching tonight. You can't. Today, it was just... the pitching was fine. The pitching was great, actually, today. Bailey Falter came in. He did his job. He did basically what you asked him to. A guy to come in and settle it down, not blow up, and really just do his job out there, get you 5 innings, maybe a couple of earned runs, and just settle it down for the boys to keep them in the game. And he did exactly that. He did exactly that in this game. Bailey Falter, he goes 5 1/3 innings, 7 hits allowed, 2 earned runs, 3 strikeouts on 72 pitches. He does allow the home run, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. He still only allowed 2 earned runs in this game. And the second earned run happened because, it was a chopper up the middle that prevented a double play from happening. Then eventually Marcus Semien singled the other way, and that drove in the run. So that's a little bit of just being plain unlucky at that point. So, but overall, you can't blame the pitching in today's game because Falter was perfectly fine, and the rest of the bullpen, they did their job. Bellotti was really good. He only needed 3 pitches to get out of the 6th inning. Connor Brogdon was solid after giving up a leadoff double. He struck out 1 on 14 pitches. And Gregory Soto, he looked much more comfortable. It's funny, too, because after Game 1, his ERA was at infinity. It wasn't even registered. His ERA dropped all the way down to 27. So we're getting good. We're getting good there. It's improving. 1 inning, 2 strikeouts on 15 pitches. He just looked a lot more comfortable. And when I saw from the bullpen today, that's what I believe this bullpen can be over the long stretch of the season. That's what I'm trying to stress here over these first couple of games here. The bullpen, what they did today, I feel like that's what we're probably going to see more consistently over the course. We all know Soto, he's going to have those moments, like I said, early stage Alvarado, where he's all over the place. He's doing all this. He's walking guys until, Caleb Coughlin can fix him fully. But still. But overall, pitching was fine. Pitching was more than fine. They did their job today. For once. It's the offense today, surprisingly. Offense, they just got shut down. Both teams' offenses, honestly, were not that good. Both teams' offenses were not good with runners in scoring position. The Rangers just happened to get that one hit with runners in scoring position that got the winning run across home plate. If I'm looking at the entire Phillies lineup today, Trey Turner, he was probably overall your best hitter at the plate. He went 2 for 4 today. He had a double and a single. He was really good in this game. Average after this series, he's .385, slugging .769, and a .429 on-base percentage. Or on-base plus slugging, or OBP, whatever. Sometimes the stats confuse me. Kyle Schwarber got his first hit of the season on a single. He should have been 2 for 4 if the home run carried out of the goddamn ballpark. Goddamn Globe Life Field. JT Realmuto, probably thought overall, actually, I was going to say he was the worst hitter in this game, but that goes to another guy that we'll get to in a couple of seconds here. Overall, JT's approach just wasn't that good. Nick Castellanos. Let's get the Nick Castellanos in this game. I know he struck out twice. He walked 2 times. He put up some pretty good at-bats. In what world? Does Nick Castellanos walk twice? He's working the count. He doesn't swing at the outs, even though he did swing at the outside slider during his last at-bat. But overall, he wasn't swinging at the outside pitches consistently. He looks a lot more comfortable at the plate. I'm just baffled that he walked twice. I am not used to seeing that. In what economy? In what economy is Nick Castellanos walking twice in a game? That's just me thinking out loud there. Alec Boehm had a single in this game. Josh Harrison, he drove in the lone run on a double play. He was 1 for 4. Edmundo Sosa had a pretty solid day at the plate for his first start of the season. He went 2 for 4 in this game. Bryson Stott looked good at the plate. He went 2 for 3 and had a walk as well. So Stott has looked good in these first couple of games. Let's get the Christian Pache. Here. There definitely would be some questions about the lineup, but I understand going very right-handed heavy because you were going up against Perez, a lefty on the mound. So, understandably, to make your lineup very right-handed heavy, to face the lefty on the mound. Christian Pache, newly acquired trade acquisition from the Oakland Athletics. He's an elite defender. He has a great glove out there in center field. But we all knew he can't hit worth a dime. His hitting is terrible. He can't hit worth it at all. And this dude had 3 chances with runners in scoring position in this game. No wonder why the Phillies couldn't score. He had 3 of those chances. The Phillies went 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position. He had 3 of them. He had 3. 3. And what did he do during all of those at-bats? The first at-bat, he violated the pitch clock, which gave him an automatic strike, and then he grounded into a double play the very next pitch. And then the second at-bat, 2 runners on again. Looks at all 3 pitches and he strikes out. And then the third time, pops up in the foul territory. Dude, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. Or actually, it's fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times? Fool me 3 times. 3! 3! 3! You had 3 chances. Even a guy that can't hit eventually lucks into something. Pache couldn't do anything out there. Kevin Long's got a lot of work to do with him. And I don't want to see Christian Pache in the lineup until at least Kevin Long can do something with that bat. If he even turns Pache into a 200 hitter, 200 average hitter, and that's an accomplishment because Pache is that bad at the plate. That's an accomplishment. If he can turn him into a goddamn 200 hitter, Kevin Long needs a statue. Replace him with William Penn on City Hall and put Kevin Long up there. If Kevin Long does that to Christian Pache. Right now, the only times I want to see Christian Pache at all is a defensive replacement when you're up in the game in the 9th inning, either for Kyle Schwarber in left field or whoever's playing in right, or if you want to put him in center field. Whatever. That's the only time I want to see Christian Pache there. And I'm even thinking to myself, if he can't do it 2 times, why don't you pinch hit for him the 3rd time? Because they did bring another bullpen guy for him the 3rd time out. Even though it was a lefty. I would have tried Brandon Marsh. Hell, I would have tried Brandon Marsh. I would have tried Brandon Marsh. I know you put Derek Hall out there for the final at-bat in the game against the lefty Will Smith, but I would have tried Brandon Marsh. I would have taken the opportunity. It's probably way better than Christian Pache. I would say it's 100 times better than Pache. Oh my God. Oh my God. I would have taken that 20 times. Brandon Marsh over Christian Pache. My goodness. Jesus. You gotta be kidding me, man. You gotta be kidding me. 3 times. He had 3 chances. I'm still baffled. I'm just still baffled. 3 chances. Runners in scoring position. Like, I know he's bad at offense, but 3 chances, dude. Even the worst hitters luck into a hit. They luck into a hit every once in a while. They do. Is Christian Pache just not luck into a hit? Is he just that bad? Probably. Like I said, if Kevin Long finds a way to make him a 200 hitter, give him the longest contract extension possible for a hitting coach. I know you just re-extended him, but do it again. My goodness. And there's not even that much to go about with the game because that's how fast the game went. Because it was basically a pitcher's duel. Both teams struggled offensively. Pitching was good for both teams. It's just the fact that 3. I'm still thinking about it. I can't get it out of my mind. 3 chances. 3. What runners in scoring position? 3. 3. I'm just trying to look at the rest of the box score right now. Like, seriously, there's nothing to complain about the pitching. Billy Falter did his job. The bullpen was good. Trey Turner had a great day at the plate. Kyle Schwarber should have had a home run. Bohm did have a chance in the first inning with a couple of runners on. He struck out looking. Did not like that from Bohm. Josh Harrison, the double play king. Same thing with JT Realmuto. Sosa had a great day. Stott had a great day at the plate. Like, I'm not blaming Sosa, Stott, Turner. Like, those guys were getting on base for the other guys. They just, not even blaming Castellanos because he didn't have a chance with runners on. He got on base twice with walks. Ugh. I mean, looking at the Rangers side, Simeon continued to crush us. He went 2 for 4. Seager, 2 for 4. Actually quieted down Nate Lowe. He went over 4. Garcia went over 3. Jung had the home run. Grossman, I don't know why Robbie Grossman turned into freaking God at the plate against us. He went 1 for 3. Garver went 1 for 3. Heim went 0 for 3. Duran went 1 for 3. They brought in Jankowski, too, as a defensive replacement. Ugh. Ay. Seriously, all you had to do was win 1 game. And you couldn't do that. You couldn't give us the satisfactory of victory. Oh, my God. My God. And now, as I'm looking towards the future of the schedule right here, let's do that. Let's look ahead at the schedule and look at your next matchup. The New York Yankees. I believe they are 2-1 to start the year. Yes, they are. They won opening day against the Giants, 5-0. They lost on, I would assume that was yesterday. So I'm assuming they had the off day Friday as well. They lost 7-5 there. And they beat the Giants today by a score of 6-0. So 2 of their wins are via the shutout. Garrett Cole pitched game 1. So I'm assuming you're going to be facing Garrett Cole maybe for the last game of the series. So if I'm looking at the rest of the schedule, Julian, you are overreacting, my guy. I love you, Julian, but that I can understand the frustration, man. It is only 3 games. Let's see. Tomorrow night, 7:05, Walker against Nestor Cortez. So Taijuan Walker going to be making his Phillies debut. Then Tuesday, that's going to be a TP. Is that another nationally TPS? Why are we getting so many nationally televised games to start the year? Strom against Domingo Herman. I believe that's him. Yes, it is. So that'll be his season debut, I would assume. And then you got Wednesday will be Aaron Nola against Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole, in his first outing, had 11 strikeouts against the New York Giants, so he was really good. Then Aaron Nola hopefully gets a bounce back game. Hopefully. Yeah, Julian, I know 12 straight losses to Texas. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I guess teams just have your number, but my God, like seriously, 12 straight losses to them. Even I can't defend that. So you got this 3-game set against the Yankees, 2 7:05 games and a 1 o'clock game on Wednesday. And then you come back home for the Reds and the Marlins and the Reds again for a 4-game series. Well, I guess if you're saying the benefit of the doubt here, you got the Reds for 7 games after the Yankees, and you also play the Marlins in the mix there. And then after the Reds, you play the White Sox, you play the Rockies for 4 games, Seattle 3 times at home. That's going to be a tough game. Then a World Series rematch at the end of April in Houston. Jesus. So I'm looking at the schedule right here. So it starts out difficult, Texas, New York. Then it gets a little bit easier, Cincinnati, Miami, Cincinnati. Then it gets a little bit mediocre, Chicago, who should be a better team than they were last year. The White Sox, that is. And then you get the Colorado Rockies 4-game series at home. Then you get the Seattle. Then you get a really tough stretch here: Seattle, Houston, Los Angeles, Boston, Toronto. That's a really tough stretch at the end of April and the beginning of May. 3 games in Houston, 3 games in LA, 3 games at home against Boston, and 2 games against Toronto at home. When do you play the Mets first? When did we play the Mets first? I believe. Okay, that's the end of May. End of May is the first time we play the Mets. I believe we only play the Mets 4 times this year. 4 series, I believe, because of the new schedule rules. I only say Boston, it's tough just because for some reason the Phillies do struggle against the American League. I know Boston isn't that good of a team, but they'll probably still be a tough competition. Let's see. What else? We don't see the Braves until so the first time we see the Braves and the first time we see the Mets, they're back-to-back with each other. A 4-game series in Atlanta and a 3-game series in New York. And also, we play the Washington Nationals the first time after the Braves and the Mets. So it's like 3 straight NL East matchups. Braves, Mets, Nationals. I'm just looking through this entire schedule right now just to see. Oh boy, then we play the Chicago Cubs later on in June. Oh boy, another team that's our Achilles heel. But yeah, it's if we thought this weekend was tough, like I'm still just thinking to myself, like you're going to New York, you're going to play the Yankees there. Like that's one of the toughest places to play in all of baseball. It is probably the toughest. The Yankees are a fantastic team at home. Great home field advantage. Their stadium is hostile. Short porches and everything. Stanton and Judge crushing bombs all over the place. It's going to be tough. Granted, you are facing the back end of the rotation for the first 2 games, even though Nestor Cortez, he's a very solid pitcher. Then Domingo Germán, and then Garrett Cole to finish off that series. And if you're looking at the Cincinnati Reds series, you're going to have Zack Wheeler, Barely Falter, and Taijuan Walker in those games against Nicola Dolo, Ashcraft, and Overton. So you don't see who is Hunter Green, I believe that's his name. I'm just all over the place right now. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm just thinking of everything in my head. What else? Yeah, Hoskins is a big loss. We probably are seeing that right now. I think we're definitely, especially with runners in scoring position, we're definitely seeing the loss of Hoskins. Lack of power so far, even that's the thing. Schwarber should have had a goddamn home run today if it wasn't for the freaking ballpark. Stupid dimensions. But yeah. Looking at the schedule. Like, seriously, there's not that much to talk about with this game because nothing happened. Nothing happened. I would love to go depth with this game, but your offense with runners in scoring position, specifically Christian Pache, sucked. Your pitching was much better and was the reason why you were in the game. The Rangers also struggled with runners in scoring position, and that's it. You get swept. You get swept to start the year. There's really not that much else to explain. And then now you're going to a 3-game series in the Bronx, which is even tougher. And there's going to be a fantastic chance that you're probably going to Philadelphia for your home opener, possibly 1-5. I don't want to say 0-6 because I don't want to even think about that. I'm barely even thinking about 1-5, for crying out loud. I don't even want to think about 0-6. Because if they go 0-6, just cancel the ceremonies for the time being. Because that's going to be awkward as hell. You're celebrating your National League Championship and all this stuff throughout the weekend, and you're 0-6. It's going to be awkward. And I'm sure the players won't be involved in that either. Like, seriously, we're 0-6, guys. We don't want to celebrate this right now. My God. Looking at the schedule, still, I'm just putting my eyes on the schedule right now. I can't explain it. I can't. I'm losing my words. I'm fumbling over everything because my team just got freaking swept on opening weekend. Like, seriously, we're pumped the Phillies baseball back and all this stuff, and we don't even win the first game. Any game. Up 5-0 in the freaking first game, and you blew that. Yesterday, it was just a nightmare. And today, you just couldn't score. Seriously, if you score a couple more times, you probably win the game. Huh. Frustrating, it is. And now, shouldn't be saying the season's over. I really hope no one's saying that. Because I do believe at the end of the day, this team will be fine. But, are we just dealing with a little bit of World Series hangover? I have no idea. Maybe that's the case. Let's get to an anytime hotline call here. We got another call from Sean. Let's see what he has to say. Sean, what do you got?
So to continue on the theme, we don't beat the Texas Rangers. Thank God. I guess we're done with them for the year. We could play that team 25 times and we'd go 0-25. Frustrating game. I mean, give credit to Bailey Falter. I mean, he pitched very well. The bullpen did their job. Even Gregory Soto came in and pitched a dominant inning. But the tone was set from the top of the first inning. Trey Turner hits a leadoff double, and never even makes it to third base. I mean, just didn't hit the ball. Multiple chances for somebody to come up. I'm starting to call Christian Pache the inning killer because anytime anything got started, he seemed to end it. And, there were also some balls. I mean, the ball that Kyle Schwarber hit, I thought for sure was well into the seats. And their players just reach up and catch it like it was nothing.
It should have been in the seats.
So, bad road trip, and unfortunately, I hate to say it, but I think it's going to get worse. I think there's a very good possibility the Phillies come back home against Cincinnati with an 0 for record. No wins and a bunch of losses.
I hope that's not the fact, Sean. I hope that's not the fact. Please, don't bring that into existence. Please. I'm barely even referencing 1-5. Because I do believe they win a game in New York. Do they? Do they? Do they? I don't know. Do they? Do they? Please? Please, for my sanity? I just want to win. I just want to win. That's all I want right now. I just want to win. Just want to win. Just to win. That's all I want. That's all I want. I just want to win. That's all I wanted. Are they gonna win? Now, I for some, I have in the back of my mind, I believe Taijuan Walker is gonna say to the boys in the clubhouse on the plane to New York, and once they get into that clubhouse tomorrow, don't worry, boys. I got this. I got this. Just go out there, do your thing, and I'll take care of the rest. I'm going to go out there and give you a chance to win. Billy Falter did that today. But still, I believe in Taijuan Walker. I do. Owen, we should not be worried. Concerned for the time being just because maybe it feels like it's a little bit of a World Series hangover. But overly concerned about the entire season, no. In terms of positive news, they were talking about Bryce Harper a lot. And it constantly sounds like he's going to be back. Every time it sounds like they talk about him, he's going to be back earlier and earlier and earlier and earlier and earlier and earlier. That's what it sounds like. Every time. I still think June is probably when he comes back. But I won't be shocked because Rob Thompson said that he might be taking batting practice Thursday back in Philadelphia. So who knows? You guys forgot about sweeping the Braves to start the season every year. It's not over yet. Well, we don't play the Braves until end of May. So that's out of the question. This is the first time we've started that on the road since for a little bit here, I believe. Unless I'm completely wrong about that. Seriously, we're the NL East champs and they make us start 2 series on the road? What the hell is this? Call rigged. Call it rigged. Interest in Keuchel? Hell no. Hell no. I haven't seen any Phillies beat reporter say anything about Keuchel. So, take it with a grain of salt. Major salt. Major salt. Let's see. Hello, channel name. How you doing? We suck. At least the pitching staff didn't urinate themselves all over today. Well, yeah, they did. We got to sweep the Yankees. No excuses. I'm not demanding sweep. I'm demanding a win. Can we demand a win before we demand sweep? One win first before sweep. Ugh. We surely will come back and sweep the why is everyone saying sweep the Yankees? That would be Phillies. It would be. But just get one win right now. Just get one win. Just get one win. One win. We're going to destroy the Reds at the bank. I love the optimism. I swear if we go back to we'll be a riot if we go 0-6. I feel like I'm the outlier. I feel like I'm in outer space watching the game. That I don't get it. I hate every. Yeah, that's one thing I'm about to bring up too. The freaking camera angle in that ballpark. It's so stupid. Everything about that ballpark is dumb. Everything. Taijuan Walker has a tendency for his pitches becoming flat, so they better hope he has his best stuff. Well, Taijuan Walker definitely does have his best stuff in the first half of the year. It's the second half he needs to figure out. Hey, you beat up on the Grom at least. Dr. Drew, we got swept. Yeah, we beat up on the Grom, but we got swept. I'll take getting dominated by DeGrom, at least we win the series. I'll trade that any day of the week. We get dominated by DeGrom, but we get to their bullpen at the end. We win the game. Win one of these games. We win the series. I'll take that any day of the week. There was no life in the team tonight. Why? I have no idea. Good question. Good question. On the bright side, we don't play the Rangers for the rest of the season, so 159-3 is still on the table. Christian Rally Killer Pache. I agree with that, Sean. Even though I am a Braves fan, I love your channel and your passion for Phillies. Long season, you'll be fine. We'll be a 3-horse race. Thank you, Summit. I appreciate the niceness from a Braves fan. Not a ringing endorsement for Pache when he's 2 outs. Don't talk about that, Sean. Don't talk about that. Schwarber celebrating his first hit. Yeah, he did. Christian, don't call me Juan Lagares Pache. Blame Thompson and still wouldn't pitch. Hey, Scott, I'd rather have Clemens or Kingery hit 2 home runs to start the year in AAA. Do we call Scott Kingery up for a bounce back year? Do we? Does anyone realize that the Rangers are a really good team? They could be a nice squad. They could be. It could be. What else? Yankee Stadium could help and hurt the Phillies in the same time in the series. Yeah. What else? Yeah, Hoskins, big loss. Definitely, we are experiencing that right now. It's going to suck the entire way, but this team is going to have to get over that. Going to have to get over that. Again, the Phillies end the season on the run. It's on Bleacher Report about Keuchel. If it's not from any Phillies beat writer, I don't trust it. If it's not from like Matt Gelb, if it's not from who else? Alex Coffey, anyone like that, I don't trust it. Got to win the first game of the series in order to be set up for when the series are sweep. Yeah, it's true. Will the Marlins curse return this year, or did they break it last year? We'll find that out when it happens, but I do believe the Phillies, they took care of the Marlins and the Nationals last year. I believe they'll be fine against them. Like I said, overall, very frustrated about the way to start the year. I am very frustrated about this series. Long term, they're going to be fine. They're going to be fine. I fully believe in this team long term. It just very sucks because, like, this is one thing that I saw. I believe it was Jack Fritz that said this on Twitter. If this series happened in like June or July, we're not even batting an eye on it. But the fact that this was the opening series, it's going to be all the headlines. That's why we're making such a big deal about it. If this is in June, if this is like a dog day in June, random series in June or July, when you're after you're like say like a 6-7 game winning streak, and you get happen to get swept by Texas, you're barely batting an eye about it. You're throwing in the trash and move on to the next series. It's just ramped up times 10 because it's opening weekend. You've been waiting for Phillies baseball for so long, and you don't even get a win to start the year. So I think that's why, understandably, we're all frustrated right now. Big picture-wise, I think everyone here should understand that this team will be fine. But right now, it's just pain. Absolute heartbreak. World Series 2009 beat rematch coming up. I'm sure there'll be a lot of Philadelphia fans traveling up to New York. I know one of my buddies is. What's the weather going to be like in New York tomorrow? Is it going to be cold? It's going to be cold. Imagine you start your series in Texas, and then you go up to New York and it's freezing. Sixers making the NBA Finals and losing if that did happen. How savage would be. Don't even bring that up, man. Freaking ESPN had a graphic before the game that showed, the Phillies, the Eagles, the Union on the banner. All 3 of them lost the championship. It's like, is Philadelphia ever going to break it? ESPN, why'd you have to do that? Why'd you have to break my heart again? Why? Let's see. The weather in Philadelphia. It's going to be 64 tomorrow in Philadelphia. What does that mean for New York? If I could find it on my goddamn phone. if my phone would like to work. Let's see, New York City. What's tomorrow's weather? This weekend, or this week. 58 degrees tomorrow, 66 on Tuesday, and 61 on Wednesday, but it could rain on Wednesday. Joy. Don't mind 50 and 60 degree weather, but rain. Ugh, my God. I don't need another freaking tornado warning. Even though it didn't really do anything down here, but in terms of my area. But yeah, it's where we stand. But 50 to 60 degree weather is perfect weather. I would say between 60 and 70. Like that early in between spring weather and fall weather is probably the best weather possible, in my honest opinion. So, but I think this is where we're going to end it here, everyone. Pain, misery right now with the Phillies, but everything will be fine. I'm going to call it here. They're going to win tomorrow. I'm saying it right here. They're going to win tomorrow. Don't blame me if they don't win. Don't blame me if Taiwan Walker gives up 3 bombs to Judge. Don't blame me. So, thank you, everyone, for joining tonight. I appreciate everyone that joins the live feed, as always. I always like talking with you guys, so don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. After this video is done, I appreciate those as always. Do not forget to check out everything in the description down below. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button. We're getting closer to 700 subscribers, so when we reach that goal, it's even closer to 1,000. So join the TTP Sports family. We have fun here. We do. And also, don't forget to use the code TTPSPORTS, $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. Use it for anything you can think of. Sixers tickets, playoff tickets, Phillies tickets. Get some tickets there. Great deal. Don't pass it up. Use the code TTPSPORTS, $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. Thank you, everyone, for joining again tonight.